best is like turn 4 Daria into triple Ogler and like an Emilu. I have pulled that off a few times, and your opponent just instantly rage quits. There's no point in even trying to win.
You get the checking match results at the end of the game.
Your opponent is disconnected.
Alright, so it's going to...
Alrighty.
So now we have DerXello and Joly in the finals. Can we just reuse the same room number? I don't know. So who do you think is going to make it in the finals? Or his favorite in the finals?
Apparently, if I root for DerXello's opponent, he 3-0s them. So, we're going to root for Joly this time.
Alright. Just based on that?
I do like the mid-range. Like it just feels like Joly's lineup is just more solid overall.
He is playing just like the mid-range decks.
Yeah, he's playing mid-range Shadow, which is just all in all just a good deck. And then you have the Token Forest, which in my opinion is one of the best decks in the game right now. And then he just has to hope that he high rolls with D-Shift.
Yeah, I mean if he draws like that again, it's pretty favored. I haven't really seen any Tempo Daria on ladder recently.
Yeah, I brought it first week of NGE, and that list was horrendously unrefined, but it did alright.
I mean, nothing much changed in it. Are you playing like the ring?
Yeah, I play two of Mystic Ring.
Oh, yeah. I guess it's needed now, just so you don't brick your Darius.
Yep, it's the sad thing though is when you Mystic Ring a Daria and then draw another Daria. It's the worst feeling in the world.
At least you don't have to play Daria and banish 2 from your hand like back in the day.
Yeah, that was... I don't know, it feels like you can tell that the meta has changed so much that because back in the day you used to be able to just still blow people out on turn 5 or 6 without drawing Daria, whereas that doesn't happen these days anymore.
Yeah, there's more answers to it too now.
Yeah. And the fact that there's a lot more, 3 health removal, that Clark is nowhere near as threatening as it used to be, because it doesn't, threaten 2 value trades.
Yeah.
So who do you think is favored going into this matchup here?
I want to say Joly too, just if I'm just strictly looking at lineups, because like you said, it's just like the mid-range stuff. It just gets there.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like the biggest issue I have with DerXello's lineup is the Stormhaven, because it's like I've said it before. It's just too fair of a deck to play.
Well, it did pretty well last time we saw it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, Nabi bricked horrendously with that forest draw. Yeah, it's the same reason that you don't see, like, mid-range blood around anymore. It's too fair.
Mid-range blood. I would think that deck never really took off as like a good competitive deck, right?
It did for a period of time. It used to be all over JCG back in the Darkness Evolved, Rise of Bahamut era. Mid-range blood was actually like...
I always felt like Vengeance blood was somewhat mid-rangey.
It's mid-range blood is more of a tournament deck because it has really polarizing matchups. Like, it's really good against a lot of the aggressive and other mid-range decks because you have a lot more Storm Reach with like Alucards and some even run Temptresses.
Oh yeah.
but it's very bad against slower control decks because of it's just not fast enough. You know, like I said, it's too fair. So
I want to see someone make like a good mid-range deck with just playing like all the snakes and bats.
I was trying to make mid-range blood work, but the thing is, losing Big Knuckle Bodyguard hurt the deck so much.
Oh yeah, I mean, a Big
Like,
Knuckle Bodyguard was pretty nerf. It would just be good in everywhere though.
Yeah, that's the issue. It was just too good of a card. And the thing is that blood just doesn't really have many good 4-drops. And honestly, Shadow doesn't really have many good 4-drops other than Ceres nowadays. And Catacomb. You remember back in the days when Playful Necromancer was like the best 4-drop in the game?
Oh yeah, that was like really far back though. Like that was just classic days.
I know, I miss it sometimes.
I mean, it's a nice card. It's got good art.
I mean, it's still actually a really good card. It's just not broken, so it doesn't see play.
I think it's mainly just because it's like a 5/4, right?
Yeah, the 5/4 stat line holds back, kind of.
If it was a 4/5, it'd be a bit better.
Yeah.
Speaking of stat lines, Sybil, 6/7. What a card.
It seems balanced.
Whenever I'm playing against Dragon, and then I see Sybil just trade over me, and then I want to play Fina, and then it just 2-for-1's my 2-for-1's me. It just like feels really bad. Make Fina a 6/7, please.
Then they'd have to nerf her again later. Yeah, honestly, I think the most disgusting stat line in the game right now though is Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast? Well, that's just because of the buff. It gets a free evo on itself.
When does it not get the buff though?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be really losing to not have the buff. Well, actually, sometimes you get the buff, but then you played nothing before, so that's why it got the buff, because your hand's just super bricked.
Whenever I play against Neutral Forest, they perfectly curve out into Beauty and the Beast on 6.
Oh.
And I'm just like, well, I guess I just die.
My average hand with Neutral Forest is like Beauty and Beast double Aaron opening.
Yeah, I don't know, I think Beauty and the Beast is kind of unhealthy for the game to have, because in my opinion, it's like Mysterious Challenger from back in the day of Hearthstone. That's what it feels like, because it's like, you know, the deck has the potential to curve out aggressively, and then just play an unremovable giant follower on turn 6. Doesn't that feel kind of like Secret Paladin used to?
I guess. But the deck hasn't been like, it's not, the stats aren't crazy like the win rates.
Well, what's holding it back is the fact that it's kind of susceptible to aggressive decks.
Yeah, and sometimes you do draw cards out of order, or you don't have the conditions.
I'm not saying it's anywhere near as consistent as Secret Paladin used to be, but it is. It's just, it triggers me kind of like my PTSD, man.
Alright, so we're getting the first game here. We got Joly on the bottom. This is Agroforest, right?
Yep, Joly's Agroforest versus the Stormhaven.
Oh, there's the Holy Mage.
Yep, we're gonna see the memes, boys.
Hey, he's keeping it.
He's got double Holy Mage, man. How do you lose with this hand?
Well, it does not have a play on turn 2. That's one way of losing.
Who needs 2-drops? They're only the power play of this game.
Oh, you hate to see that.
Hand. I don't know why he molded that. I would have kept all of that, personally. I think that mulligan might have just lost Joly the game.
The fairy circle came in clutch though.
Top deck fairy circle.
Oh, no turn 2 play, feels bad.
It's okay. He's got the best turn 3 play, man.
Turn 3 and turn 4, just holy mage, holy mage. Get in there.
It's not like Tribunal's gonna have a target. Holy mage into March Hares isn't actually that bad.
Yeah, the March Hare is going to get the evil on time too. This Falcon is just going face, right? Or are you afraid of getting punished by like a Brambles?
He does respect it. I think that's the right play. Because he knows his opponent runs Cybele, he knows he runs Brambles.
Oh, there's the Brambles, speaking of which.
Dude, he would have gotten punished hard. I think he just Cybele here just to establish it.
Yeah, the Brambles doesn't do anything this turn. He just
Brambles Fairy is... It's actually less stats than if you were to just tempo out the Cybele.
Yeah. Oh, he's going for the Brambles. It's the Cybele's... It's the end of the turn, in fact. Yeah, so it's not even a fanfare. So there's a chance that the Cybele gets like two clocks in.
Yeah. Because if he just played Cybele this turn, then he could possibly Brambles double Fairy the next turn and get more value out of it.
Yeah, he gets more value out of the Cybele and the Brambles if he did that. Ooh.
I don't like him filling his board like this with amulets. That's the reason I don't run Spring Green Protection in my aggro force, because I found that it takes up too much board space.
Yeah, it's way too clunky and you can't count it down.
And also it forces you to run more bounces than you want.
Ooh, he's running the... He's got the Roach family in his hand. He might just get there if DerXello is a bit greedy on these holy mages.
I think you just go off with them this turn. You just drop the March Hares and then just get in there with them holy mages.
That 5/4 fairy is a beast though. It's not dying to the effect of the Tin Soldier. Tin Soldier can only hit the 1/2, which is not as great, but actually these holy mages don't do anything on the board. They could just go face. Unless he wants to double trade into the Cybele. The Brambles is still up.
Play, and then do you just ignore the 5/4?
He's going to put in the Holy Mage into the 5/1, I guess.
Yeah, he's respecting the board.
Yeah, I think you have to. Like, you're playing against aggro force. We don't get to see huge holy mages this game.
Not manly enough.
Kind of an awkward turn here for Joly though. It's like
a really bad turn. I mean, I guess he could guidance the Spring Green, then like Fairy into Beetle Warrior. I guess it's better to just guidance than replay the Spring Green and then play the Beetle Warrior, isn't it? But then you're
leaving the Tin Soldier up, I guess. But you don't really have good ways to answer the Tin Soldier. You can evolve into it.
I don't think you can really play around anything at this point. You just go face and just hope it works out.
Oh, that's actually pretty good draw, though. He could go double fairies now and Elf Song.
I still think you go face with the Beetle Warrior, because then the next turn you can Fairy Roach.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's not nowhere close to dying. So he does 5 this turn, and then next turn he goes.
That's
9. So he's 1 off.
So he's 1 off. So then you play the Fairy out with the Beetle Warrior and hope it sticks. You play the Water Fairy because your opponent's less likely to remove that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be the line then. Oh.
I don't think that this was the right play because it leaves him 1 off lethal, and there's no way the Beetle Warrior is sticking.
Well, it is a 6/6, but the Tribunal is just going to clean it off.
Yeah, Tribunal's just going to eat it. I think, well, if he played the Water Fairy, then his opponent would have traded as well.
It would have given him a little bit more time.
The result is the same.
Well, he would have taken 5 less damage.
Yeah.
Because he would have had to trade the fairy first before playing the tribunal.
I don't think there's a way out of this. That doesn't involve sacrificing roaches, and then how do you win?
He has to go wide on the board. 2, 4. He could go double 2-drop Lisa Elf Song, and then he evolves to trade into the. He could trade into the Holy Mage, and then he has two 2/2s
Yeah,
up.
because the thing is the March Hairs isn't getting any bigger. The Holy Mage is.
Yeah,
So...
yeah, but the Lisa goes up to 5 with the Elf Song.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has to trade into the Holy Mage here.
Mm-hmm. And then that way he's going to have more fairies in his hand, and he will have bodies.
I mean, like we knew what was gonna happen if he played out the fairy, and then the beetle warrior would have been trade tribunal, and he wouldn't have had lethal. But I still think he should have played to that out.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like you said, it would have stopped him from taking 5 damage. Actually, no, he would have just scriptured it, wouldn't he? Yeah, he would have just scriptured the water fairies. So he would have taken the same amount of damage, but he would have had that out.
Oh. I don't like this as much. Like, he could have just used the Lisa evolve. And then he also protects his board from damaging effects like the boots.
Yeah. So DerXello is 1 off lethal.
Yep. So this turn he could just play. I guess you just play your Garuda and then just trade into the fairy. Or I guess you would want a full clear and just set up.
I mean, the only way that he dies here is to a roach combo. So
yeah,
you might as well just full clear and go face.
Okay.
Does a bounce do it? A bounce actually is lethal.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh, what a beast!
Does he see it though?
He has to.
There's some roach. There's some roach math here.
This is like the easiest roach combo. 3 + 5 + 2, man.
Yeah, he sees it.
Yeah, he sees it.
I think I would have been tilted if he missed it. Oh, man. Got him.
Yep. He sees the high IQ 10 damage result.
That was actually a really close game.
Yeah, I think if DerXello had gotten a beast call on 2, that would have gone so much differently, though, I think.
Yeah, that turn 2 do nothing actually made a difference there.
Yeah. So let's see what our next matchup is.
It'll be the mid-range Shadow versus the Stormhaven. I wonder how this will go because Haven has the banishing effects.
He doesn't have a lot of them though, and he doesn't run Cudgel either.
Oh, okay, so it's just Scripture?
It's only 2 scriptures. Is all of his banish.
Yeah, he does have the Star Torrent, which could deal with skeletons.
Yeah, it's an interesting deck card that he's running. Has a pretty decent opener too.
Yeah, he might find himself in a situation where he just goes like Aria, and then the torrent and just pops him.
Yeah.
Ooh, double torrent.
Got double torrent.
These Bone Chimeras aren't sticking.
Nope. So we got Aria into torrent into March Hairs. It's a pretty strong turn.
Does his board ever get too full? Like, does he burn a tiger ever?
Yes. If he plays a countdown reducer, he will burn a tiger on turn 6. So I think he actually just scripture here.
Scripture's
it even has
pretty
the
clean.
Garuda.
Oh man.
This is gonna be.
Boots here.
This is kind of the high roll, I imagine. I don't like the.
I thought this was a fair deck. The boots is. So he goes up to 4 next turn.
That's a board space.
Yeah, the hair takes up 2, so he can't play the hair.
Play the March hair anymore.
So he kind of limits himself to just torrent next turn, which does nothing here.
Yeah, I don't like the boots there. Because it throws off the rest of his curve too, because now he can't Garuda on 6 because he won't have a target for it.
Yeah, and then also he could have because the hair would have cleaned up, he could have afforded taking 2 damage.
Do you just double star torrent here?
Oh, you can only play 1 because he caught 3.
It's I thought it was a 2-drop at first.
Yeah, so you can only play 1 card this turn.
It's
a bit awkward.
Yeah, the boots play just threw off his entire game plan,
well,
basically.
Assuming he didn't play the boots, so the lurking corpse would still be annoying.
I think it's gonna suck, but I think you have to go face with the birdie, evo the tiger into the lurching corpse, and then play the March hare.
Oh, and just take the 50-50?
Yeah, basically.
Oh. Ooh.
Well, it's a 33% chance that you don't get screwed.
Oh, okay, he's going to face with his Tin Scissor. I thought he was going to kill that lurking corpse and lose one of his guys, which would have been.
I mean, we know this lurching corpse is getting popped. He's going for the series too, as well.
Yeah, so
very awkward for most decks to deal with.
Does he have enough space to play the Garuda? He has.
Yes.
Yeah. So it sounds that this turn is actually pretty strong. He's got Garuda to get the second Tin Soldier out.
Yeah.
Gets in there for a lot of damage. Do you ever just go 3 to face with the Tin Soldier effect and then just trade the Tin Soldier?
I think you do here.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, even if your opponent clears the Tin Soldier, there's still 2 4/4s out there, you know?
Yeah. Oh, one Necro short.
This Lyriel is pretty good, but I mean, it's just what does he do with the rest of his turn, you know?
Yeah, I guess it's just Demon Eater. Demon Eater pass. It's just really unfortunate that he can't play the Death Breath this turn for wards.
Yep.
Because if he actually had the triple wards, it would be really good, right?
Well, if
could evolve into a 4/5.
I mean, he has to play this Lyriel, but then, like I said, he has nothing else he can do with his turn. I mean, he can ping, kill the 2/1, then Demon Eater, but that's super risky. So he does have the wards coming next turn.
Yeah. Well, he also by doing this he also sets up the Ector to have enough shadows.
It is a lot of Star Torrents.
Yeah, that's not doing much for him.
Star Torrents clear the boards.
Do you play the Death Breath here or do you go Ector? I guess you gotta go Death Breath, right?
Yeah, you kinda have to.
It does set up the second one.
Yeah, he can double Star Torrent and clear off all of the wards, and then he's one off. Unless he top deck, he has to top deck the 1-0. Oh my, he has lethal.
Does he?
Yeah, double Star Torrent, and then it pops. You trade one of the birdies, double Star Torrent, and then you go face with the birdie and the Holy Mage.
Oh, wait. Oh
wait, no.
No, because there's still one zombie up.
I'm so bad at this game. I thought.
I guess you could Tribunal.
He could Tribunal. But he still won off.
Yeah, like you can't kill him this turn, but is Tribunal better than just going star turns? Nope. Go for the torrent because he also gets the bodies.
He's gonna go for the board.
Yeah.
And he also gets to draw another card next turn too, which is something to consider.
So he got the second Death Breath with a zombie party, which is actually pretty good because he could kill the Holy Mage.
If he messes this order up.
Yeah, there's no way. He got the Roach Math last time.
Okay, he got the right order.
The micro plays.
Alright, let's see what we got. What's he gonna draw? Garuda sometimes? No, nope, no Garuda.
Bunch of Falcons.
So you can Tribunal, play out the
You just play everything except the torrent, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, he doesn't have space.
He's gonna torrent. So
Yeah.
he can make space.
But this also pops the Pinion Prayer next turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's...
I mean, I think the only line here is Eekter.
Is it? You could zombie party.
Trade zombie party. Or he can, zombie party.
Yeah,
Fiend.
Or you can zombie party and just go face. You can save his one word.
Yeah. Yeah, you zombie party the 4/3 and then go face.
Yeah. And you don't Demon Eater here, even though it's tempting.
Be a man. Do it. Demon Eater.
No. No.
Yes. He's dead to Garuda either way, and he knows Navi doesn't run Dance of Death, so...
Oh man,
Alright,
wait,
boys,
play the Demon Eater, puts him 50-50 lethal with the Tribunal.
50-50. Heart of the cards.
Oh, never lucky. Damn, he would have been super punished there for drawing 2 cards.
If it was me, if I was the Shadow player here, 100% would have hit in the ward.
Oh man, he's gotta be sweating.
I mean, Garuda is always lethal, though.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the bad part
a
about
Ceres
being
draw.
at 3.
He could draw a Ceres to get out of there.
That's true.
Oh, he's trading. What's trading do?
Nothing. It makes it so Star Torrent is lethal, but he's out of Star Torrents.
Yeah, he drew all 3. Oh, there's the Ceres.
Oh wow.
So I think you start off with Skull Beast, Soul Conversion, see what your options are. Then
Yeah, I mean,
Ceres.
what else? It's not like you're gonna use that 1/2 for anything at this point in the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think you just play double 2. Super clean. Make it a climb back from being almost dead.
This is what I'm saying, man. Stormhaven's too fair.
Watch the Garuda come now. Oh no. Holy Mage does have ambush though, so he can't interact with it. But that Ceres is just getting so much health. He's just dead though, right? Yeah, he's just super dead. Like +8.
Yeah. That's what you get when you play fair decks, man.
Oh man. Those double Death Breaths just did so much work for him.
So Joly has taken two wins so far.
Would this just be a 3-0 tournament?
It's looking like it might be, man. Feels bad.
Oh, it is a D-shift rune. Oh, he's got good matchups.
He's got, yeah, 2. What is it?
It's good against. I would assume it's good against the Queen combo.
It's good against the Dragon. So that's kind of. I mean, this is a slightly slower Haven list, but it has the ambush with the Holy Mages, so it's...
Yeah.
So DerXello going back to his Ramp Dragon here. That's a pretty decent hand for going against D-Shift.
Yeah, I think it's only this matchup where you're somewhat okay to see these Fortes.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going second too?
I can't tell.
If he's going second, he should just start going in on turn 6 with his Forte evolve.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going first. Okay.
He's going first. So he just needs to find a Genesis Dragon, right?
Yeah.
He's got the ramp on too.
Yeah, there's the Oracle.
Kaleido, useless card against Dragon.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty much never going to play a 2-drop. Unless they just don't hit Ayla.
Ooh, gets a Scyther. That's an Air Storm. So that's 16 damage already.
Basically a baby evolution.
Yeah.
Is he a true Dragon player? Does he get the Ayla on 3?
Nope. Ooh, but that's not bad too for next turn.
I think you just don't even play the Summoner here, personally. Or get to hit stuff.
It does give him the Kaleidoscope glow, but do you mind that much?
He's not Kaleido in this, he's Missile sniping it for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You never want to Kaleido something with a half-decent fanfare.
I guess he gives them more draws into their storm, so it's bad.
Oh! Coming in. I mean, he
got 20 in his hand. Over a few turns.
Yeah. I mean, next turn he can just Forte, the turn after he can
Forte, yeah.
And then, so that's 7, and he has 6. He has exactly 20 damage over 3 turns, I think. Wait, no, he needs...
No, there's going to be one turn.
So
there's going to be
he needs
yeah.
Forte. He needs Forte into like Forte Oracle, and then he can 3-turn lethal.
Yeah. It's gonna be like when he's at 9 play points, you can't kill him. He needs like 10.
Yeah.
But it's still so much pressure. Like, Joly just picked up the D-Shift. And he doesn't have any cycling aside from that one glow.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good for DerXello.
Guess he just no air play than just getting in there with the Forte.
I mean, that's the play, man. That's the only play. Yeah, obviously Evo this so it doesn't just die to an angelic snipe.
Yeah. I mean, Evos are only going face anyways, you might as well. He's gonna have to just fiery embrace that.
Yep. Feels bad, man. Did you just tempo out the owl though to do it?
I don't mind it. You get your D-Shift, you get your Fate's Hand. Yeah.
Yep. It's a pretty clean turn, I mean. Or the cleanest you can get, right?
Yeah. I think at best
Okay,
he could get
so
D-Shift on 8, but he has like nothing go with it.
Do you just fervor here since you have the Queen Erd Genesis?
Oh
yeah,
I think so. Well, he could clear the 4/4.
Yeah.
But, yeah. The only way you
no need to extend into him having more spell boosts and anything. I mean, it's turn 6. The chances of a D-Shift happening are so slim, but
yeah.
I risk it, you know.
Yeah. The only way like he doesn't die is if he had the Guardian Golems.
Yeah.
But he would just be one Guardian Golem.
Concentration into concentration doesn't save him. Yeah, the only card is Golems.
Yeah. Does he see the lethal?
hope he does. I mean, DerXello, don't do. Okay, good.
Sometimes you can misclick the cards after the queen. Whenever I play queen, I always get confused at first when I get the card selection, and I have to like remember what I'm doing.
Yeah, for me, whenever I play queen, I always forget it's the neutral goes first, then the dragon card.
Yeah. Good thing though, like if you misclick, you could just like right click out and then redo it.
Yeah. Unless you misclick the dragon card, then it's over.
Yeah, then it's over.
I have done that before.
And then you concede in shame.
Yep. So DerXello, trying to mount the comeback, has to 3-0 this D shift.
It's off to a good start. That was like one of the harder matchups, right, for the dragon.
Probably the worst matchup for him, yeah. Was the dragon deck. He's going second. Or Joly's going second, okay.
Alright, is he going to get that?
I think
Daria.
I don't.
Ooh. He's on track for turn 4, Daria.
The Emilu, personally.
Really?
Yeah, because it's if you play it on turn 2, D shift can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I guess, except for like a wind blast. Just like a small
the
one.
3-drop on 2 though is pretty decent, man.
Mhm. Well, he does have the snipe Craig into Daria, so there's a potential for a turn 4 Daria if he draws another booster.
If he draws another Craig, a Clark, or Insight into a 2-cost or less spell.
Yep. He's going first too, so if he chooses out the Daria on 4, it's like really good for him.
I mean, this is...
Oh, he's not going to do
it. The issue with the double D shift opening hand is if you don't draw your cheap spells, what do you do? Which he did draw his cheap spells.
Well, he still has the problem where he doesn't have much card draw with it.
The classic Levi piercing rune.
Back in the day, for those people that didn't play Rise of Bahamut, piercing rune went down to 1 play point when you evolved it.
It was pretty balanced.
So turn 4 you play Levi, you play piercing rune, Crimson Sorcery, GG.
Your opponent concedes.
It's oh man, you really don't want to glow that back.
If he does, he loses. If he glows that, he has guaranteed turn 4 Daria.
The problem is like your other options are kind of bad. Wind Blast doesn't do anything yet, so you just got Golem Assault.
I think so. I mean, if he collides, this is died.
Alright, he's going for the Golem Assault. We're good, we're good.
DerXello just needs a 2 or less cost spell, right? Oh, and he gets the Clark.
Oh.
That sets him up for turn 4.
No, he didn't play the snipe on turn 1. See.
Oh, he didn't snipe on turn 1?
Yeah. So now he's off by 1 play point.
Feels bad, man. Now he can just piercing rune snipe, and then next turn he can Levi into Daria.
Well, you can only snipe. You won't have to. Or you can only piercing rune. You can't.
Oh yeah.
Snipe.
I'm so used to the old like.
It's not 2 costs yet.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So you just piercing rune it and trade.
Yeah, not sniping on turn 1 there punished him quite a bit, because this turn he should have been playing Daria.
I mean, if you have a 1 cost to Clark and Daria, you play the 1 cost on turn 1.
Yeah. Especially against D-Shift, it's not doing more, right? You might as well try go for the high row top deck.
Pretty much. I mean, against D-Shift, you just hope you high roll and hope they brick.
Triple D-Shift in his hand. This is totally opposite from the last time he played it, where he didn't draw D-Shift at all.
Oh, and he got punished, but he got his Daria. The turn. He would have had that.
Yeah.
So I think he just Levi piercing rune trade, and then throw the Crimson Sorcery face.
You can snipe the Merlin, try to keep the Levi up. No, he's just gonna go for the
you
burn.
don't want the you want that face damage, honestly, because there's no way the Levi is sticking.
That's true. 1 damage is better than the 4/4 that time.
So next turn we're gonna see Crimson into Daria. Hopefully he doesn't draw his last Daria.
That would be bad.
You don't even play the missile here. You don't risk drawing something important.
Unless he really valued that 1 damage. No.
Nah, he's gonna respect the Daria. He would have drawn an insight. Not too bad.
Pretty good draws off the top.
Mm-hmm. And then you just Blade Mage phase.
Yeah. I see you and you evolve the Blade Mage.
Of course.
That might just be too much pressure for Joly to deal with. Half his hand is D-shifts, which is unplayable right now.
Pretty much how you beat D-shift as Daria is you just build a huge board in 1 turn. And you're like, you better have a lot of Wind Blast.
Yeah, especially with these fallers, they can't get Kaleidoscoped either.
Mm-hmm. Milu is like disgusting against D-shift. Because they don't want to Wind Blast it, but they can't Kaleido it.
Chimera's not counted down enough.
Nah.
I guess he's just dead.
Is there a way he can...
Is there a way? There's nothing he can draw.
Kaleido... What's his Wind Blast at?
Oh, 4.
Okay, so he could what? Kaleido the Earthright, draw another Wind Blast. I don't...
He'd still be exactly dead, yeah.
Die.
He needed like a Fiery Embrace counted down at the same time.
Yeah. This is why I don't bring D-shift to competitive, man. So you always end up like in these soul-crushing situations.
Yeah. Oh man.
Or it's just like you wait, play a point, or you draw on 1 card like a turn earlier.
Yeah, there's a lot of situations where you just get really inconvenienced.
Yeah. So now we have at least it wasn't another 3-0, right? We're going straight to game 5.
Yeah. It's gonna be Stormhaven.
The first game 5 we've seen. Stormhaven versus D-shift. I think DerXello's Stormhaven is actually going to be pretty favored here.
Yeah, with the ambush, the Holy Mage is going to work.
Joly going second again.
That's kind of rough, especially against an aggro deck.
You pretty much have to hard mull for Kaleido in this matchup. Doesn't get it. Because like if an Arya goes uncontested and pops, you're pretty much done.
Alright, at least he gets an insight. Oh.
I mean, he can get there. He's got the Chimera in hand already.
Got a lot of card draw. I guess it just depends how Stormhaven's pressure goes up. Like right now, he doesn't have much in his hand. Yeah.
Right now. DerXello's kind of in top deck mode already.
Yeah. What? At least his prayer's going off. Oh.
Oh, the Holy Mage. Ambush OP.
Yeah, this is rough because you have to you really want concentration, but you're going to take an extra 1. I mean, extra 2 from the Falcon.
Yeah, so he has to ping down the Falcon, and then he's just gonna Fate's Hand.
Oh yeah, that's fair. D-shift is kind of late at this point. Like, are you just trying to hoping to win off your Chimera now?
Pretty much. I think you just tempo out the boots here, right, for the boost.
Oh yeah, I actually don't mind that. Just get an extra +1. Because if he's just holding it, like, later he can't play it because he's gonna have more stuff to do. His board's gonna get fuller.
Yeah, I think that was the best turn to just tempo out something. So, I mean, it's not like he's gonna have a whole lot of targets for it.
Yeah. Ooh, there's a glow.
And Joly's gonna burn a card.
Yeah, but at least he has like a lot of card draw to make up for it. But he didn't have any other plays aside from that.
So he's got the Beast Call, and he has that March Hairs. I think he just March Hairs Evo at face, right?
I think so.
Nothing. You gotta start throwing the pressure now.
I mean, the 3 damage off that Evo is going to do more than a lot of other cards.
Yeah.
And that is quite a bit of pressure. What's this Wind Blast at, though? That's 6, so it does have an answer.
That perfectly responds to that. DerXello is considering swinging the Holy Mage in there, but I get a bit.
Yeah, I think there's value in just holding on to it. You have a lot of amulets in your hand. It's going to get bigger.
Yeah.
And there's no way of killing it otherwise. And there's still time, just at least, like, on DerXello's perspective, just at least, like, 3 turns before a D-Shift could come down.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 turns. Little does he know. Joly doesn't even have a D-Shift yet.
It's actually just 4 turns. Okay, but this is a pretty clean turn
So
for
this
him.
is... Yeah, the Kaleido there is gonna make... Or it's gonna bait DerXello into playing out a Beast Call, and then that's just gonna get Kaleido'd as well.
Yeah.
But it does at least pump the Holy Mage when it comes down.
Do you ever Kaleido the Pinion Prayer because the countdown is 1 less? Oh, he's going in with the Holy Mage now.
I think he might just be pre-evoing it. Oh, he is going in. It's tricky. Whether you... The thing is, they're basically the same card at this point, because the Tiger's not gonna do anything. The Tiger doesn't matter anymore.
The Tiger doesn't really matter, unless the 4 health prevents lethal with Giant Chimera.
Yeah, that's the only way that the Tiger is relevant anymore. He does respect the Beast Call more though, apparently.
Wind Blast is at 8, so he's going to... Oh, he's not going to Wind Blast. Oh, okay, because it's the Chimera. So it's Fiery Embrace.
Yeah, Fiery Embrace Chimera.
Yeah, that's pretty clean.
Snipe phase first, why not?
I would even evolve the Golem here, just so it doesn't get banished.
Yeah, that's actually really...
And it also plays around boots.
Yeah, he will do so, but DerXello can just boots banish it.
It does take 4 play points though.
Yeah. So, Joly's hopes and dreams riding on the back of living to turn 9 and getting the Chimera down.
That's pretty hard.
Actually, this lines up perfectly though if he plays the Holy Mage and then drops boots into Scripture.
So his Holy Mage will go up to 2. Does he get there?
Actually, is it better to preemptively set the Beast Call? So like what you do is you play Holy Mage, Boots, and then Beast Call, and then you wait till next turn to Scripture in case you top deck Hollow Dogma and take the win.
That's probably better. If you can set up lethal off your draw, it's probably better because you're not dying to this board yet. You could be afraid of the turn 70 shift, I guess.
I mean, you can't afford to play around that though. They either have that or they don't. There's nothing he can do that influences it.
I guess it depends how much time he thinks he has. DerXello has.
Yeah, so this way it makes it so he needs Garuda. Whereas if he played out the Beast Call, he actually would have had more outs.
Yeah. Oh, that second Golem Missile is actually pretty good. So he could go Magic Missiles, double, and then just play the 1, and then evolve the Guardian Golem again. Because there's no way he could... From what we see, DerXello has no way of dealing with the second golem.
Pretty much.
He even picks up an angelic snipe, which is nice. I guess he holds a snipe here because it kills a falcon.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. You're not Chimera next turn anyways. Alright, he sees it.
So...
He's putting up a wall.
Where are you at right now?
Oh.
Oh no.
That goes up to 5. It doesn't. He doesn't win this turn if he hits the 50-50 though. But it's definitely. Do you just do it?
What's the Chimera at right now? What's its spell boost?
20.
Oh. So turn 9, someone's dying.
Yeah. We're not getting to 10 play points this game, that's for sure. He doesn't have the 2 damage in his head.
Okay, what you do here is you bump the Chimera, then you play out Beast Call and you pass. Right? Because then Dogma is lethal. Wait, no, it's not. Dogma's
but you could just get the 2 damage in now with the Falcon. Isn't that the same?
I don't know, he's board locked either way, right? And the D-shift obviously has to trade into something. Do you just go all face and just try to top deck Garuda, or...
You could go all face, or you could save the Holy Mage a turn. But... Oh, he's trading. He's really scared of the D-shift at this point.
I don't think he'd play around him. I think he'd just go all face.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna reveal the Holy Mage, you go face with it, because if he has D-shift, you'd probably lose it anyways. You lose 3 damage by doing this. And
yeah.
These Wind Blasters are killing stuff. Yeah, 15 and 12.
So the only out is Garuda off the top.
Yeah, that's exactly the only out.
Whereas if he'd gone face, Dogma was an out as well. 17 damage Wind Blast. That's one of the biggest Wind Blasts I've seen.
Yeah, I think the biggest I seen was like 27. Lucky. No.
Rip and Paps.
Damn. No D-shifts drawn in this game. Like, Joly just won with his deck only by Giant Chimera. The times he draws D-shift, he loses. Yeah, there's nothing you could do.
That's what I'm saying, man. Stormhaven's too fair. Feels bad, man.
Yep. Doesn't even want to play the Snow White because of the glow potential. But you played Arya anyway, so it's the same thing.
I mean, he's dead. There's nothing.
Yeah, he's dead.
Nothing can be done.
This Giant Chimera is going in for 25.
Yeah, he's...
On top of the owl.
He would need to have had, like... Imagine if he had Naoes of the White Branch.
Oh, that's the card that stops at a 3 damage?
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Oh, this is so sad to watch. Yeah, I don't think DerXello played to his outs very well.
Yeah, he cut his outs by trading. What about also like the first attack with the first Holy Mage? Like, he could have held it a bit longer, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he went off too early with the first Holy Mage, and then he cut his outs in half, basically.
Yeah, on that last turn.
By going face there. Because, I mean, if your opponent has the D-shift, they have it. Killing off that Chimera isn't probably going to have an impact.
Yeah. So that's it. We got Joly as our first winner of the King of the Hill Season 2 qualifiers. So he's going to be joining Lex and Ririn and the other 2 qualifiers that's going to happen in the following weeks.
朝をむさぼり夜を吐き出し